Okay, so I'm going to do a very quick, hopefully less than 2 minute scenario as far as why I'm having issues with my Pixel 6 Pro and why I'm going to be returning it. This is a real life scenario. I'm an average Joe. I don't have very many subscribers, so what you're getting is completely transparent. I'm actually downgrading my Pixel 6 Pro to a Pixel 4 XL. Some of the key reasons why I'm doing that, and these might be nuances to some individuals, but for me, they're deal breakers. First and foremost, the biggest problem that I'm dealing with right now is the overall heat dissipation issue with the phone. Now, I've read through the subreddits that this is something that's normal for the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro series to dissipate heat basically to the actual shell of the device. That way it's not affecting the actual processor. But I've noticed in my personal experience that apps have been slowing down, overall performance has been slowing down, and it's just not comfortable to hold the phone, to be completely transparent. And the heat issue is going on not while it's charging, but while it's off of a charger as well as charging. So if I'm using 2 or 3 applications, specifically like the camera or Amazon or Facebook or whatever it may be, I'm getting a hot phone. And to me, that's just something that I'm not really okay with. We've had heat problems before on the Pixel devices where it actually slows down the devices and slows down the processors. So I understand that's something that they're trying to work on. The second and the most agitating part to me of this device is the under the screen fingerprint scanner. It's consistent about 70% of the time to 80% of the time for me, and I'm an individual that works outside, so constantly working with my hands, which means my fingerprints get dirty. As far as I get dirt or whatever it may be, I just don't understand why they didn't keep solely as far as the radars were concerned for facial unlock using the solely radar. That was the best facial unlock ID, in my personal opinion, on any device I've ever used, including Apple's iPhones. It was very fast, it was very consistent, and you never had to have an issue with it. As far as unlocking the device, you just look at it, it opens up immediately. With this, I have to tap the phone just for the fingerprint scanner to come up, and then I have to scan my fingerprint or my thumbprint, and it's time consuming, and unfortunately that's something that is really agitating. And then that's if it works. So a lot of the times I'm having to just manually input my passcode, and I've registered 2 thumbprints within the device, and I'm still having problems. So that's a huge deal breaker to me. Lastly, the biggest issue for me is the camera, surprisingly, because the camera has always been the star of the show when it comes to Pixel devices. This time around, in comparison to the Pixel 4, I'm seeing negligible differences other than when you're zooming in. I'm not an ultra-wide person, so I don't really care about an ultra-wide camera too terribly much. But the fact that portrait mode is having issues right now with edge detection, which I know is probably going to be updated or addressed in an update, it's still a problem for me. And the fact that I have a 4XL that's more consistent in the camera department, other than zooming specifically 4 times and more, it's just not worth the nuances that are costing me an extra $900 or whatever it is for the device. So to me, those are the 3 top issues right now with the phone, all of which I feel can probably be addressed with a software update or multiple software updates. But in comparison to the Pixel 4 XL, I'm getting a face unlock ID. I'm getting a phone that performs maybe 30 to 40% less as far as power is concerned, and I'm not a power user for the most part, than the actual Tensor chip. And then I'm not getting a phone that's constantly getting hot on me. So those are the 3 big issues for me. Don't get me wrong, Pixel 6 and 6 Pro are great devices. The cameras are amazing. They've definitely upgraded their video capabilities 100%. I would totally be on board with everybody on that. But it's just not enough of an upgrade to consider jumping over to a completely new device. So maybe next year, I don't know. But that's going to be it, guys. Thanks so much.